What's going on, guys? Welcome back for the second week of playoffs edition of Our League Sucks. This week, we're actually going to have last week's big loser, Justin Lupo, on. That's here too, and we're just going to get straight into it pretty much. Lupo, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. That was a tough loss last week. When James
Just
Conner.
last week, Lupo, your team has been falling from the cliffs for the past 10 weeks.
Yeah, but they have, and the last couple weeks they did rebound after they fell apart. They came back for a little bit, and then they fell apart big time last week. That was the worst thing ever.
That must have sucked.
I feel it's terrible because
You
you
scored
just I just needed 2 points from
115.
James Conner. That's all I needed, and I would have won that. That's it. All he needs is 20 yards, and I'm fine.
You got
Couldn't even
it.
get that.
That's brutal.
So, what you're talking about is you ended up losing to Eric. Eric put up 119.4. You put up 117.04 behind point 0.8 points on James Conner. And a pretty rough way to go out. And Justin Tucker going into the Monday night game, I thought you had it.
Rough way to go out.
I wasn't even confident of Tucker getting 10 points though. That's still a lot from a kicker, no matter what.
Me and Cody just put up fucking 150 to 180.
Yeah.
And we had to fucking sit there and watch a different playoff matchup. Fucking who could score the least amount of points in fucking 3 days worth of football.
It's a tough thing to be in that
And
position.
you know what? I guess thinking about it, my team wasn't gonna beat anybody else's team, so I might as well just get knocked out now, and I'll have a better draft pick at the beginning of next year. So fuck it.
Silver linings.
I do.
Oh wait, do they reseed draft picks? I think I think it's just regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So now do I.
Well,
So I
it's
still
not.
have it.
No, you get a bottom two from the playoffs. Right?
Oh,
You
Wait, I
will
get a what?
get. You will be lower than Pat. And so it goes the 4 teams out of the playoffs. That's standing, and then it does
Okay.
elimination. But Lupo, I think,
Gotcha.
will be the last playoff team pick.
So Lupo would be 5th pick. I'll be 6th. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should go.
Okay.
That's
All
how
right.
it should be. That's not bad. I like that. I'm glad
That's fine.
Sleeper does
You shouldn't like that. Me, a playoff team, successful drafter, picking almost fucking.
Yeah.
that. Here we go. Pat about his age.
Mike, who are you
again.
gonna draft?
Who am I
already know.
going to draft?
Yeah.
Me.
I know.
That's not a conversation for the podcast yet.
But I do actually want to bring up one point. All season
Whatever.
long, you guys have been ripping on Eric's trade for Aaron Rodgers. You know
And
how
it
many?
might be what carries him.
Do you know how many other quarterbacks in the league would have won Eric that week last week?
Is the answer 0?
Probably 0.
Two.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar and who
And
else?
Baker Mayfield. And Baker by
yeah.
0.4 points would have won him the week.
Wait, I know we're just talking about fantasy here and whatever, but let's take a moment to recognize what a fucking awesome game that was Monday night.
Didn't watch.
Well, Pat, I'm sorry you didn't watch, but it was a fun game of football. Just
Pat, why
when
didn't
you
you watch?
saw it wasn't sloppy. You saw the players that you had high expectations for exceeding those expectations. It was just a fun fucking game.
No.
Great game of football.
See, I'm not happy about it. Lupo, to answer your question, I had to be in bed early,
Oh,
work in the morning.
I gotcha.
I wouldn't be happy
I'm
about
si-
missing
just-
that game either, Pat.
We'll move into me and Cody's matchup. Is that Josh? Who's that scoring that
Josh
touchdown?
Jacobs.
Okay. I sat there. I was like, okay, I gotta go to bed. Laying in bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock. I see the
How
first.
much? So
I see-
going into that game, how much were you up by?
I was up 35,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
I had a solid cushion.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about this for the game. I apologize.
To then also lose by 30 was fucking insanity. I had a 30, 35 point cushion. Lamar Jackson,
He had
Kareem Hunt,
23 points at halftime. Lamar.
AFC fucking North matchup. They're always fucking 6, 7 games because of defense and running. That's all it is. End of the first quarter. Are you serious, Mike?
No, you're 100% right. But there was just something about this game where you thought it was going to be a shootout.
Yeah, because it was fucking Cody sitting there 35 points down.
That had nothing to do with my thoughts
I need
on
these
it.
guys to do it. Come on, guys. Fucking handing out blowies to everybody on the fucking sideline.
Cody did not influence my thought, but that you knew going in it had the makings of a shootout.
Oh, also, I also want to just before you get into
it's
it,
not the
Pat,
Ravens.
I also want to say that my game was under protest last week because I had COVID. So I think that we should replay the game last week because I was sick. So
I mean, you went to Atlantic City. That's your fault. I know you live in Vegas, but you still went to Atlantic City. You have no one to blame but yourself.
The
no, I
only
probably deserve to get COVID.
the only place that might be
just
dirtier
saying-
than Vegas.
Listen, I don't wish COVID on anyone, but if you're gonna be stupid about it, you can't bitch about it when it happens.
True.
Fair.
That's
True.
my point. That's my only point.
All right, that's fair. That's
Damn,
fair.
Judge
I'm
Mike
glad
just
you're doing
laid the
well, I'll say
gavel
that.
down.
Yeah, I'm shocked that you survived it. Right? Isn't it comorbidity of of COVID being a bald man?
Yeah.
Oh baby, looking wispy up there.
Lupo, you look like you're raising 6 kids and they're just constantly pissing you off all the time.
No, that's just working for the Raiders. That's all.
Just
that does.
always.
That's what having John Gruden as a boss is like.
Yeah.
Guy makes Lupo just do burpees out of nowhere mid work day.
He walks
I
into
like
the
that the
office.
head coach is actually the boss of the ticket department.
Yeah. Sorry to get off track there, but yeah, that was had to be slid in there.
Okay. Get back to our matchup real quick. Ravens haven't been good offense really this year. Lamar Jackson has been well below what he was last year. Like 200 fucking fantasy points less than he was last year. The Browns, while good, their offense hasn't been fucking other than Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Baker Mayfield's fucking stunk.
Well, he's done pretty well considering if you take out those like 3 games in a row where he played with
I hate
60
no,
mile
that's a
per
bad
hour
argument.
wins.
You get rid of all of the bad games and you keep good ones. He's good.
Well, he was playing in like
fucking works for
60 mile per
everybody.
hour wins for half of his games this year. You're gonna make.
Then don't fucking go to Cleveland.
He didn't really have a choice. I doubt he would have picked Cleveland if he had a choice. But
Lamar, it's tough to really grade like what Lamar has done. Because if you look at his scores, I mean, he has scores like 26, 26, 30, all within the first. You know, he was either going big or not doing anything at all.
It also doesn't help
And
his
that-
wide receivers. His wide receivers really.
Yeah, there's
suck.
no wide receivers.
They are
But, like,
terrible.
Except like the 3rd best tight end in the league. Fucking Marquise
That
Hollywood
was-
Brown was supposed
that
to be
was
the
out, like,
fucking
3 games
great
anyway
wide
this year,
receiver this
too.
year. Marquise Hollywood Brown fucking stinks.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's terrible.
I believe Lamar threw for like 160 yards, and I think 90 were to Mark Andrews.
Dude,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark Andrews had a
something-
big game.
First of all, has Lamar Jackson eclipsed 1,000 yards passing this season?
Oh, I
Just
doubt it.
Seriously? He is a Hall of Fame
I have no
fantasy
idea.
quarterback and an absolutely not good quarterback. It's gonna be like
Fair.
1,000.
Yeah, wait, no, of course he has, but still.
I mean, I would take him. I would still take him over a lot of quarterbacks in this league. From
Okay.
Lamar has 2,200
over
yards passing and 793 yards, 2,200 yards passing, 793 yards running.
What's really funny is everybody, after I said, has even thrown over 1,000 yards.
Dude,
was-
at 2,200, I was shocked to see.
it wouldn't have surprised me if he like had 1,500 yards in the season.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else you want to say about the matchup, Pat?
I mean, there's not really much I could have done. Like, these are 2 totally different matchups of just
Mhm.
Players playing great and it just not working out for me and yours matchup, and then also Eric and Lupo just trying to put in the worst players possible, see who could score under 100 points.
If I would have literally played Jalen Richard, who got 2 carries
Yeah.
at the end of the game, I would have
Yeah,
won.
I would
which
play
is
like the
insane.
4th running back on the fucking Raiders, and maybe it would have done well.
I mean, literally anything would have been better than James Conner.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get 13 carries as a primary running back and like 50% of the snaps and don't get 2 fantasy points.
They also didn't help that they went completely away from the run. Like they just passed the entire time, which really shot him in the foot. And when they did have him on run, like he wasn't in the game on any kind of like running packages or anything like that. They used the other idiot as well.
Mhm.
Because
They've done that all
Josh
year.
Allen's a baller and forced him to throw.
Yeah, which is
They-
stupid because Big Ben can't do
The
that
Steelers have
consistently
done this
anymore.
almost all year. All they've done is fucking thrown every game.
Yeah, yeah. James Conner's been bailed out a lot by end of the game like touchdowns and stuff like
garbage
that
time.
this year in fantasy.
What was the final of that game? The
They
final
lost
score.
by like 15 or they lost by 2 scores, I think, at least.
What? The
Bills,
Bills?
Steelers.
It was
26.
26-15.
Okay, never mind. Maybe it wasn't.
Well,
I mean,
two-
because
it
the
was two
first half,
scores.
the first half was atrocious, and then Josh Allen came out the second half and went off.
Yeah.
Put his big boy pants on. That's a good
Yeah.
sign for the rest of the season, man.
That was fun to watch. I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I mean, I'm a Bills fan.
No,
Not for the Eagles.
I'm just trying to win $2,000 in another league.
I'm rooting for you to win that.
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, go back to back.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, anything else you guys want to add about these 2 matchups before we get into next week's?
I mean, Cody, you just went nuts.
Cody, I hope you beat Jack and you also don't three-peat.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, that's like literally the best of both
Because
worlds.
I would
They're
not
beating
like to
Jack
see
this
somebody-
next round and then losing in the finals.
the
Who's
thought
had,
of Jack winning horrifies me.
Yeah.
yeah, but at
Can we
least
put?
I
Can we
haven't
put
talked to
it?
Jack in like 6 months, and I don't
but at
want
least
him to
like
win.
Jack's been like a consistently good team this whole year,
Yeah, no, I mean it'd be a fair win. I just wouldn't be happy about it.
as opposed to fucking Cody fucking.
No, I'm saying I don't want Cody to three-peat either.
No, I know, but fucking
Who do you guys want
backing
to
into
win?
a playoff matchup and then fucking
Eric to pull off the
roasting
improbable?
everybody on his way.
Yeah,
No, I
I
guess
would
I
actually
want-
would love Eric to win.
That's true too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Eric or Mike. I would mind Jack or Cody.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into the matchups for next week then. The first matchup we'll talk about me versus Jack. Right now I'm projected to win by 10. 134 to 125. I think
Oh
Is
wow,
that-
Cody with the cupcake match.
Is that contingent on Julio Jones playing?
as of now, yeah, but I believe he's expected to play.
He didn't practice today.
I think it's from what I saw, it was one of the he's not going to practice, but he's going to suit up on Sunday because he's like 30 years old and
Is that what happened last week when he didn't practice? And
No, he was never going to play last week. They ruled him out on like Wednesday.
Who are you thinking of playing if Julio can't go?
probably Kareem Hunt.
Maybe Fournette.
I mean, Ronald Jones might not play, so that's not a bad option.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
not bad.
Nah,
He's
not.
on the IR.
Definitely he's not. He's on COVID.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they put him on COVID.
Oh no, I picked up Lupo's boy, though, Lynn Bowden. I'm excited about
Screw that guy.
because the Dolphins have literally nothing else on their team right now.
He's a fun player, but he sucks. He's pretty quick though, so I don't know.
I don't know. I do not want to run into a situation where I have to play a game without Julio again.
I would have loved to play Lynn Bowden last
Yeah.
week. I would have been right where you are.
Because
Mhm.
you're not going to be lucky this time. Fucking somebody putting 150 up and say your fucking prayers.
Is it luck if I do it 3 years in a row? I don't know. But Jack's team, it's the same thing always for Jack. I think is Mike Evans gonna go 2 catches, 4 yards, 2 touchdowns, or is Mike Davis gonna be the early season Mike Davis or this kind of hobbled version we see
Yeah,
right now?
I mean, he started Gronk over Hunter Henry, which it makes sense, I guess. But Henry's having a pretty good game tonight. That could come back to bite him in the ass.
I think in the playoff preview we talked about how one of Jack's biggest problems is actually he's just going to be playing tight end roulette, picking between like I think he has 4 tight ends on his roster that are all like startable tight ends, but you don't really want to start any of them.
Oh my god, Cody, you fucked up. Actually, never mind. I thought
Hi,
you're.
Ty Johnson.
I thought what's the name just caught another touchdown.
Dude, was that a pick, Lupo?
No, I think it was incomplete.
I think so too, but he came up with it.
Did they stat correct for
Oh man,
Josh
I don't
Allen's
know.
interception last week?
That's
by the
crazy.
way,
Who?
Josh Allen's interception last week. It was the one that like the tight end. It looked like he fumbled it, but it turned out that he had dove for it, basically tipped it up, and it ended up being picked off.
That was a fumble.
You didn't catch it.
Yeah, he did. He turned and tucked.
No, he didn't. He didn't do anything. He turned with no fucking possession and tipped it up.
All right, I could be remembering something else, so I won't fight you on this. But
Maybe the other interception.
But outside of
well, we got to get rid of the losing a point for just fumbling the ball.
True.
I hate that.
That is
That
such
also
a
got
bad
me
stat.
too.
It is such a bad stat.
for fumbling the ball.
Yeah, like lose 2 points for a lost fumble. That's fine. But I shouldn't lose 3 points on a lost fumble. I shouldn't lose 1 point.
Because
if they put
also
the ball-
for just a fumble.
Yeah. Like you shouldn't lose any points for just a fumble.
Because you could just lose points for a fumble that just goes out of bounds and you retain possession. That's
Yes.
fucking annoying.
So the
Yeah.
player's still fumbling the ball though.
No, it doesn't matter.
How does it not
You
matter?
shouldn't lose point for that. You shouldn't lose a point for that. If you retain, you should only lose points.
So then,
if you lose the
so
ball.
then a wide receiver who was targeted on an interception should also lose a point because he didn't go and get the ball.
That's a little different, I think, because he didn't have the ball in his
I
hand.
agree. That's different.
That's wild, Pat.
Okay, so I mean, you can't fucking a tip pass ends up being an interception. Is that a better?
Slightly
No,
better, still bad.
No, because if you throw a tip pass, that's on the quarterback.
What if a wide receiver doesn't catch it, tips it up, and it gets picked off?
Oh, you're saying if the wide receiver? No, it's still that's different. We're not talking about interceptions. We're talking
Is
about
it not
fumbles. Because it's a different fucking play.
So we'll get into that after the season. Let's pick the winners for the first matchup. Me versus Jack. I do think my team has enough to pull it out with how green my matchups are right now.
I agree. I think
I would
Cody
agree too.
wins.
I can tell you who the losers are. All of us watching.
Oh man.
I'm going with Jack.
Okay, and let's talk about the next matchup. You got Eric versus Mike. Mike is an 11-point favorite right now, but it's relatively close, 140 to 130.
Eric's literally been projected like 135 points for every week and puts up like 108. So
It means one of the times it has to hit though.
Taylor does. Only if Taylor puts up 40 points every game.
Taylor
I might be a little bit salty about that.
he got literally half of his points from his quarterback and his flex. I forgot about that.
It's tough. Eric has the better matchups, and then you look at Corey Davis is kind of due for one of his monster games based on the way the season's been going.
Looking at it, I'm kind of talking myself into Eric.
I am too.
Am I. So
you
am I.
Look at
Dalvin
Washington
Cook
against Russell Wilson, Chicago against Dalvin Cook.
Washington's defense is nice.
I think a big thing too is that Rodgers for Eric and the Devontae for Mike. Because that'll help balance out, a 30-point game from Mike if he gets it from Devontae. Anytime Devontae scores, Aaron Rodgers is getting a lot of points.
No, so yeah, I mean it's
and you know who's hot, which has kind of rejuvenated Mike's team a little bit because he kind of went into a midseason lull. Allen Robinson with Mitch Trubisky has been big for Mike's lineup too, which also opens up David Montgomery.
Mitch is doing wonders for Mike's team, which is the
I-
wildest thing in the
It
world.
is. It's
But when is-
since Mitch came back, David Montgomery 24, 25, 25.
But when is
Get
Mitch
the
just going to
fuck outta
regress
here.
to like what he always was, though?
Dude,
And
who knows, man? He might not.
I'd
If
go
this
with
doesn't go to
there's a better chance of him falling apart than taking the next step. But you never know.
Who,
Dude, get
Mitch?
Kalen Balaj the fuck off the field and put in.
But that
Austin
doesn't
Eckler.
matter for fantasy. If you
Yeah,
fucking-
but for this week, I'm saying like right now, like I feel like Mitch will fall back to what he always was back in week 1, 2, and 3 when he sucked, and Allen Robinson got nothing, and Montgomery also sucked. So
Yeah.
Well, Montgomery's kind of sucked until these 3 games.
Yeah.
Like in his career, I mean, even last year, like he wasn't that good.
he was bad.
It was bad.
Him.
I kind of want Eric to win too, so I'm gonna go with Eric.
He's just like, even like Jonathan Taylor has a green matchup against somebody who just put up 100 yards on like 15 carries against like 2 weeks ago. The Texans, like, there's just so much green on that side that I don't think Mike's as big of a favorite as I kind of was expecting him to be before I really looked at it.
Don't sleep on Dalvin Cook against Chicago. He had
No,
12
I
points.
think Dalvin Cook's one of those players. He's going to get his regardless.
He had 96 rushing yards against Chicago in their last game.
Oh my God, Hunter Henry and Austin Eckler aren't even on the fucking field right now.
What?
It took him 30 carries to get it.
No. God
No?
damn it!
Who cares?
I mean, it's good.
A Rod
for my bet,
Marinelli
but
defense is not stopping them. Trust me.
dude, I really need Eckler and Henry to have big games.
Also, Mike is starting your personal favorite, Pat. Jarvis
Jarvis
Landry.
Landry.
Yep. Against the Giants, too.
He finally starts him against like an actual good defense.
Well, no, with the Giants, Bradbury got COVID, so Bradbury's out for
Oh,
the game.
that's
Yeah, he's
big.
out this week.
That is a significant loss.
So yeah, Jarvis
'Cause
could actually.
I need the Giants to lose this week. I need the Giants and the Redskins to lose this week, and that opens the door wide for the Eagles.
I mean, that can also be a big.
Browns letdown game.
I was thinking, like,
I
the
know,
Browns
I know,
going
I'm feeling it
crazy.
too, Pat. It sucks.
Like,
Yeah, but a Browns letdown game though, like the Giants they're not a good football team. Like
I mean, dude, the Browns can't lose to fucking Colt McCoy. They can't.
is it cold or is Daniel Jones back?
it still might be Jones, it might be Colt. I guess.
Wait, how is Jones going to play again? He's hurt like in 4 different ways.
Yeah, he hurt his other leg.
he was out practicing the other day? So
Doesn't
Dude,
mean
I mean,
shit.
listen, that's where Joe Judge's like toughness is going to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, they brought him back too early already.
I mean,
Uh,
he,
Sad
looked
him last week.
he looked pathetic on Sunday.
no, he looked terrible.
Are you still a Giants fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't. Dude, I don't work for the NFL. I don't know how that goes.
He's not allowed
No.
to say it outside of his own personal house.
Yeah,
God,
He's
I
gonna
can't,
have-
I
I mean,
can't show.
well,
I'm
it
gonna-
helps that they're AFC and NFC too.
Well,
gonna have you
yeah,
cut all this.
exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna have to
They're not in the
censor
same
all of
division.
this.
They'll only play in the Super Bowl, so we're good.
Like my dad's whole family's from Buffalo, so I've always rooted for the Bills unless it's against the Eagles.
Mike, what are you drinking? The ginger snap one?
No, this is a mango. I got them on GoPuff and I forgot about like the holiday packaging one.
Not good.
Pat already gave me a full review of it, so I don't need to try it.
no, the ginger snap one is just ginger ale.
Yeah, that's what you said. What was the one you didn't like? You said like 3 of them were actually good, right?
Shockingly, the peppermint chocolate one, the peppermint patty one, at first was very weird, but turned out to be like pretty good.
Really?
Okay.
I
for
drank
what it is.
I drank one of them. And I was like, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna try
No,
the
you
other
got to
one.
drink more.
The
I'm telling you,
the apple
such
one
a
is
weird-
fire.
It's the best one of all Bud Light seltzers,
Mhm.
hands down.
And
What's the other
cranberry.
one? It's cranberries. Cranberry. It's
Yeah.
fine.
very very what you expect out of a cranberry seltzer.
Yeah. Ginger snap is ginger ale. That's all it is. If you don't like ginger ale, you probably won't like it.
I just
If you
think-
like ginger ale, then you're a weirdo.
Bud Light seltzers in general aren't great compared to other seltzers. They're just maltier.
But
Bud
the-
Light seltzers, kind of. I mean, dude, there's some really shitty seltzers out there. Bud Light
True.
is not that bad.
No, it's not awful, but if you're going to like a beer depot and you have your selection of seltzers, I ain't grabbing a Bud Light pack.
There's this brewery in Philly or around Philly called Tired Hands, and they make these seltzers that I had one. The one's like a 10% seltzer, and I was drinking it like 2 weeks ago, and that fucks you up. But it's so heavy, like way too heavy for a seltzer, you know.
Mhm.
Hey, Mike, when you were telling us that, were you looking at my screen to see if I was mocking you as you were telling it?
No, why?
I saw you like look sideways at the screen. If you're checking my reaction to your story.
Okay.
No.
Let's get back to some fantasy matchup. So Mike versus Eric. Who do we think is winning?
Mike.
You're Eric.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mike, but Mike.
I'll
Say
also
it.
feel better about myself too if Eric wins than I.
No,
feel like
I'm
that I
choosing
didn't
Eric. I'm choosing Eric. I
lose
can't.
that
I
bad.
think I like Eric's matchups way too much. I'm going with Eric. I think Eric pulls off the upset.
Eric in the upset on a 10-point Dalvin Cook week. Cost Mike the victory.
Cool, Mikey.
But
He's gonna get so butthurt after watching this.
so butthurt.
Oh yeah, he's
10-point
there's
week.
gonna be like 20 messages from him after seeing this.
Yeah.
David Montgomery's gonna have 30 points. Mitchell,
Yeah, Mike. When
Allen
you see this,
Robinson's
text
gonna
me.
have
We'll
fucking
talk about it. We'll talk you through it. big guy.
25.
It's also a relatively one thing I was thinking about that I want to mention is any of these teams can still make your money back because third place gets your money back. So even if
Yeah.
we do lose this week, you still get the opportunity to make. That's to
Which is
prevent.
big. Which is big because the year, what was it, the second year? I got my money back. That was pretty cool. It's a nice feeling. You don't have to pay anything.
Prevent taking for the draft pick. And
Yeah. Last year was the first year I actually paid for this league.
It's not bad.
so
No.
the last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna let you get one takeoff on every team, Lupo.
Yeah, wait. Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
You get one takeoff on every single team. A quick, very quick take.
You
Not
get
Okay.
one take per team.
One take per team.
Your team.
You're gonna fuck this
you
up.
Rip out a take.
I am
Everybody
going
fucks
to
this up.
definitely mess this up.
I don't know how.
Bravin wasn't terrible.
no. Hops
Okay,
wasn't bad either.
Mike just had no
Bravin-
clue what to do.
Bravin
Mike was like a deer in headlights.
Bravin wasn't terrible because he was sat here for fucking 45 minutes talking with us, so he was able to kind of.
No, he did. He showed
the
me
flow.
before when we started
Oh, he
that
wrote
Zoom
him
that
down?
night. He showed me like he had a piece of paper with them written down. I'll give him that credit.
What a dork!
fucking
You're fucking. You're gonna
fucking
come
whale's
into this-
penis.
You're gonna come into this fucking. This is
So the first team,
Run
let's get into
organization.
this. The first team, Lupo, Nico's team.
Nico's team, garbage. That's it.
Okay.
Straight garbage. They are a terrible team. There's not even like a lot of promise on that team, to be
oh
honest.
my
with you.
god, he's already fucked this up.
You're still talking, Lupo. Stop.
All right,
The next team, Pop's team.
Pop's team. It's impressive.
Lupo, if you say the fucking person's team,
Keep
Again?
saying the team name. I want you to repeat the team name after everyone.
I am. That's not.
Pat's team.
I like Lupo's take so far. Start with a single word, and then he dives into it with
I
more
know.
behind it. Garbage.
I'm not good at just saying one word and then like not saying why I don't. Why I,
You don't
mean,
have to
dude,
say one word.
Dude, at least you're saying words. Mike didn't even say words.
It's one take. The take can
one
be
take. Okay.
Pop's team is impressive because I'm a huge Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott fan.
Yeah, Nico's team's trash.
Yo, clip it, save it.
So the next
Cody
team
said it.
we're going to do is Pat's team. Or wait,
Pat's
sorry.
team?
We're actually going to go back.
I genuinely don't think he even meant to do it. I think it just happens.
So no, hold on. We're gonna go back a little bit. I actually scrolled up too far. So the next team is actually Big Mike's team.
Now he's actively trying not to do it.
I can't not say it. I actually haven't looked at Big Mike's team in a very long time, so I have no idea who's on
So
that team.
irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Very irrelevant.
I have to put words in his fucking
He
mouth
wants
now.
DeAndre Swift. That's the only thing I know.
I do so badly.
The next team is Brav's team.
Shitty.
Okay. Next we will go to Pat's team.
Pat's team?
Young.
Why does everybody get to one word? I don't.
Because you say one take and they think just like,
Just one word.
yeah.
Give me one take.
The next team we will do is Eric's team.
I fucking hate that team. Fuck that team.
After that, my team.
Boomer bust. I feel like your team can do what it did last week against.
You're
Pat.
still talking!
Jack's team.
Oh, no comment.
That's it.
And
perfect.
Mike's team. Little Mike
I
with the
fucking
big
hate
head.
that. I absolutely hate that team as well.
And lastly, let's hear your take about your team.
I don't have any running backs. None.
No one does.
Okay.
Dude, I love how he goes boomer bust and then starts to explain to us what boomer bust means.
If you guys aren't aware of the phrase boomer bust,
Is there anything else you want to say about this league or anything else going on?
I'm upset about last week still. I'm upset that I probably fucked it by not just playing somebody other than James Conner. I don't even know if I would have been able to play anybody other than James Conner, if it would have been a smart choice to even play anybody other than that. I'm just upset about that. I might cut him and somebody can pick him up. I don't want him anymore. I really don't.
That might.
honestly, I'd love that. Throw a fucking monkey wrench in that first round.
Yeah.
I wanna be your monkey
Okay.
wrench.
That might be the most brutal, one of the most brutal losses in this league's history so far. 2 points on the.
I deserve it. I deserve it just because of how it came down 2 weeks ago to just Justin Tucker kicking like 4 points to win me the matchup, and then I knew he wasn't going to do it again. I knew he wasn't going to get 10 points.
Well, it was to make the playoffs.
Just 2 weeks
Justin
in a row
Tucker.
of Justin Tucker under 10 points is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah. Yeah. They decided to it's just the 1 week that like Lamar actually finished drives and got into the end zone. Of course, it was when I needed field goals to be kicked, and
Yeah.
it screwed me.
Well, in one league, I'll tell you. So
It's all good.
I was down by 47 points in one league, and all I had left was Lamar. And the fact that I was like still alive at halftime was nuts. I was like, "Oh my god, he might actually do this," and then he pooped his pants. Ooh.
That's true.
Happens to the best of us.
That run, that video of him running into the locker room, everyone's like, "That ain't no cramp walk." He pooped his pants.
So that's gonna be it for this episode. I think there is only one thing left to bring up, and that's when are we gonna see you chug some eggnog, Pat?
Oh shit! I guess we have to pause.
You gonna do it now, or we could do it next week?
Did
Yeah,
I
wait,
step-
do you have alcohol in your eggnog?
No.
You need alcoholic eggnog. That's what I drank.
Okay. I just
So
have
that's what
eggnog,
you need
dude.
to do. No, you need to chug alcoholic eggnog.
Okay, I'll do
So
that.
let's do it. We'll do it
Okay.
next week. I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you.
I'll get bourbon.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay. So next week we will we will see Pat chug some eggnog in solidarity with
Ooh.
being out of the playoffs and not winning a game.
Who do we have? Who do we even gonna have on as a guest?
Go, Mariota. You fuck.
Nico, fuck all y'all.
That's it, Lupo. Thanks for coming on. Hopefully, next time we see you won't be after a heartbreaking loss in just historic fashion. But other than that, it was a good season, and we appreciate it.
No problem, guys. I
Cody
appreciate
texted
it.
me on the side and says he hopes he never sees you. So.
All right, that's it, guys.